Hello, in this video I'll be demonstrating how to do target 8B, where I'll be analyzing this sequential circuit right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is identify, is this a melee or a Moore machine. So as you can see right here, the Z output only has one value going into it, which is Q0, and that is just, there's no other values in there other than the output. So that makes this problem a Moore machine, because Z is equal to Q0, which depends only on the state Q0, not the input. So yeah, I got the Z output from there, and then the way I got these numbers, these equations, the Boolean equations right here, are from the circuit itself. So right here you can see J has X prime going into it from there, and then yep, that's all it has. And then same thing for, like, let's say K0 has just an X prime going into it, and then J0 would be Q1, right? Q1 and X prime times each other would be the value of J0, and the same thing for J or K1. So K1 values are gonna be these values right here, which is Q0 and X prime from up here. So yep, that's the first thing I did, is get those Boolean equations, and then from there I'm able to build the table. So the first thing I did is put the names down, which is A, B, B, C, D, D, and put the values right here. So I started off with 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, then so on and so on all the way up there. And from there, I looked at so basically, in order to find the J1, K1, and J0, you would have to use the Boolean equations. So as we can see right here, J1 has an X prime, which means every time X is at 0, the output of J1 is going to be 1. So 0, 1, 0, 1. You see, it's like a pattern. So for J0, we have Q1 times X prime. So Q1 has to be 1 and X prime has to be 0. So like this is an example. When Q1 is 1 and X prime is X is 0, our J0 value is going to be 1. So yep, that's basically what I did right here to get these values right here, which is the FF inputs. And after I did that, I got those values from all the Boolean equations, and then we move on to the next step, which is finding what Q1 and Q0 equals. So in order to find Q1, I would need to get a pen right here. This is the easiest way to do it, in my opinion, and cover all the ones that we don't use. So we're not going to use the J0, K0, any of those values. We're going to need these. Cool. So right here, we start off with 0, and our J is 1 and K is 0, which makes this actually a set. So 1, 0 in JFK flip-flop means it's gonna set, so it becomes 1. And then the next one is gonna be 0 again, and then J is gonna be 0, K is gonna be 0, so that means no change. So it's gonna stay at 0, it's not gonna change. And then B is at 0, and then J is 1 and K is 1, which means toggle. So it's gonna change from 0 to 1. So and so on and so on for the whole So that's basically how I got my Q1 and Q0 values. And then the name is basically what these values are. So if it's 1 0, as you can see right here, 1 0 is C, so we put a C right there. If it's 0 0, which is 0 0 up here, it's A, we put an A, and so on. Yep. And then in order to do the next step, I had to draw the state diagram. So that basically is explaining how this value went from A at 0 to C, A at 1 to A. So A at 1 to A went back to A. So we put a 1 right there. Or we can put it right here where it comes out. And then also A went out to C. It was at 0. And then B went right here. B went from 0 to C. So B from 0 to C. So let's draw that line actually. We missed that. And that one is going to be 0. And then as you can see right here, there's a 1 right here in the 0, which means I have to put a star right here next to it. And let's do this B, it's at 1, goes to B. So B1 goes to B right there. And for the C value, 0, D. So 0 to D, and then it goes from 1 to C. So that one is going to be 1. And don't forget, there is actually another star right here. That star is going to be from B right there, basically. Perfect. And I believe there's going to be 3 more stars actually, since there's this one, this one, and this one. So we'll get to that. So far, we're right here. D from 0 to A. So D from 0 to A, go right there. And that one has a star as well. And then the last value, D from 1 to D, that one has a star as well. 1 star. That's it for this video, and thank you for watching.